into restaurants needing proof of a vaccine to go into certain stores. Your thoughts on where we are with these new mask mandates coming back? And now the FDA has approved a coronavirus booster shot. The administration is getting set to recommend a third shot for the fully vaccinated. Sir, would you get a booster shot?
Let me tell you, I'm very proud of the vaccines. The vaccines weren't supposed to happen for 3 to 5 years. I brought the FDA in. Nobody has talked to the FDA like I did. They don't like me very much. We have a vaccine, and it's saving millions of lives throughout the world. I think we'd have a Spanish flu situation like in 1917. I really do. I believe that. And we're, maybe 100 million people, 50 million, 100 million people like that. So I'm very proud of the vaccine. I've taken the vaccine. I'm very, very proud of it. At the same time, some people don't want to take it. And when I was president, you didn't have this problem with people not wanting to take it. They don't take it because they don't trust Biden, and they don't trust the Biden administration. When I was president, you didn't have people protesting the vaccine. If you just think back, everybody wanted to get it, and we were giving out over 1 million shots a day. We had that thing rocking, and he's now president, and he's doing a lousy job in coronavirus. Coronavirus is back. If that ever happened to me where it came back, okay, when I left, it was virtually gone. It was over. It was a path. Now it's coming back through the Delta, and I don't know if you even want to call it that. All you call it is the China virus is back. And so why is he doing a good job? He did a bad job with SARS, the H1N1, very bad job, a joke of a job, a horrible job. All of a sudden they said, oh, he's doing so well. I'm the one that did well. I'm the one that got all the equipment. I'm the one that got the vaccine. I'm the one that did well. If it came back, can you imagine if I were president and it came back at a level where it's just as bad right now in some cases? The press would decimate me. They don't even talk about it. Well,
look, I mean, you've got these breakthrough cases, and the White House is not telling us if it was the Pfizer shot or the Moderna shot that people got, that they're still getting COVID. Let's face it, Governor Abbott in Texas has announced he has COVID. He was fully vaccinated, and now he has COVID. So what is going on with these breakthrough cases that we can't get any information about out of the White House?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to issue it because there is one vaccine that works better. And I will say this. Some of these companies, I won't use the name, but I will at some point, they own the FDA. They own. Obviously, it's not Johnson & Johnson, because when they put the pause on with Johnson & Johnson, they said, we're going to pause it. That set the vaccines back in terms of getting the shots. As soon as they did that, I said, what a bunch of fools, because they put a pause on for no reason. And the people don't know Johnson & Johnson, and all they know is there's a pause. That means the vaccine maybe hurts me. And that's when you started with the lack of people wanting to take it. I recommend that people take it. I also recommend that you have your freedoms, that you do what you want to do. But it's a disgraceful situation. Now, one thing, when you have the vaccine, people that do, and it's a very small number relatively, but people that do get it get better much quicker. And it's a very important thing to know. They don't get nearly as sick, and they get better. Lindsey Graham's an example. He said, if I didn't have this vaccine, I would have died.
It's a great point. It's a great point. But I still come back to the idea. I still come back to the idea of a booster shot. I mean, yes, you're right. The vaccines work. We've seen that.
That sounds. You know what? That sounds to me like a money-making operation for Pfizer. Okay, think of the money involved.
Getting
an
extra
shot. That's tens of billions of dollars. How good a business is that? If you're a pure businessman, you say, you know what, let's give them another shot. That's another $10 billion of money coming in. The whole thing is just crazy. You wouldn't think you would need a booster. When these first came out, they were good for life. Then they were good for a year or two, and I could see the writing on the wall. I could see the dollar signs in their eyes of that guy that runs Pfizer. The guy that announced the day after the election that he had the vaccine. But we knew that, and I knew that.
Yeah, he announced it November 9th. You're right, a few days after the election. Mr.